you were talking about, because that question of like, how are you still going? The key is never stop.
That's right.
And in the same sentence or same conversation, you told me, but I'm having to pace myself. And so what I wanted to, and there's this interesting, one of my favorite quotes is from Carl Jung, who says, growth occurs at the tension of the opposites. It's like these two poles force us to grow. It's like the third rail is where we
Carl.
have to find. Yeah.
Carl. Good Carl.
Oh man, Carl had a lot of stuff, man.
I know.
Carl had a lot of stuff.
I know.
But no, but I'm curious how that has looked, which is I know you have this engine to keep going. And I know you've also had to learn to pace yourself as of late. How does that look? Like, how do you keep the ups and downs?
Well, I guess, I mean, that's an interesting question. I mean, no one's ever asked that of me, but, I guess what happened is in 2015, I had open heart surgery. I had a triple bypass. Mm. And I was totally fine. I was asymptomatic. I had nothing, there was nothing wrong. I went and had, as I did today, I had a physical, and it came out, and they said, get in here tomorrow. And I said, oh, I can't. Oh, no, I did. I did come in. And they were going to put a stent in, and they prepped me for it, and it was too complicated. And then they said, we got to operate, and then we're in a hurry. I said, I've got a couple of gigs I got to do. I got
tickets to Phantom tonight.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I can't make it.
Sort of.
Right.
Nathan Lane was interviewing me at the Y, the in 96th Street Y, on my first book.
Yeah,
I got to make some shekels to pay for this operation. So anyway, I went in and out.
Yeah,
and then you have to understand. I thought, oh, okay, without modern science, I died. That's it. That was it. That was my closure. Except that they fixed it. And heart, these now, there's like, if you're having a lube job, they just going, and you're out,
Right.
No, but they're not the same rules now. I had to suddenly realize that this part of my life was uncharted water.
Yeah.
Because I had been given a reprieve. And I had to then think seriously about life and non-life and what I was doing with the time that I had and what I wanted to do, how I felt about that. And it really sobered me up. It really I did my best work, as I'm fond of saying, in my 70s is when I got all my awards, in my 70s.